What is up, all you metamorphs, you sedimentaries, and of course, I can't forget all y'all motherfucking igneous people. Okay, so this is finally, I got onto the map that I wanted to play, and that map is Boneyard, okay? And as you can see from this picture right here, this is why. Because this place is riddled with geology stuff, and there's a few things that I'm going to talk about right off the bat. So let's get this started, and we'll see if my team can win the game without me playing at all, because I'm going to be 100% engrossed in the geology of this area, because there's two things right here, right off the bat, that really strike me as odd and that are really non-natural features in terms of at least the planets that we know. And so here we go. We're jumping in. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to wait for this part. So sorry about that. So here, I'll give you guys a little brief overview of what I've been seeing. And first things first, I see fossils with like recent skeletons. And we'll go ahead and address that in just a second. Hopefully, alright, perfect. We spawned right here next to this fossil. That is clutch. Okay, so this is a fossil. Alright? It's bone that's been recrystallized. That once was like real bone. Okay, this is a big, looks like a big skull, I believe. And yes, definitely has been recrystallized. This is, this is classic fossilization of hard parts from an organism. Just absolutely 100% classic. Same with this over here. And while I'm here, I'm going to make mention of this too. Rocks like this are not natural. This does not happen in real life that we know of. And what this really reminds me of, and I was trying to think of this for a long time on what this reminded me of, but what this reminds me of is that magnetic putty, or that magnetic like paste that they have. And what I mean by that is it's that stuff that when you run a magnet over it, it gets really spiky because of it conforms to the magnetic field of what you put in front of it. And that's exactly what these remind me of. And I'll try to find a link of this if I can, and I'll put it in the description of this video if I remember to do it. I probably won't, but yeah. So there's that. Not a natural geologic feature at all to form like this. And they form like clusters like this. Like, what the hell is that? No, I'm sorry, but no. No. Just no. No. Okay, sorry. So, anyways, move over here to this rock. I don't know. Probably another sandstone. That'd be my first guess. I need to go over there, though. So, my team is kicking some ass right now. 86 to 15. So that's pretty dope. Let's see. Nope, not the right place. Not the right place. I need to get all the way over there because there's some really good stratigraphy over there that I really want to take a look at. And let's see. I'm running through all these rocks, and they really look like those same sandstones that we saw in that last game that I played on Lagoon. Let me see if I can get over here, and we'll take a look at these rocks. Hey, look at this, another fossil right here. That's pretty dope. So, yep, again, like I said, that is just classic fossilization there throughout this whole piece. And this looks, yes, this is definitely a piece of skull. We have the teeth right here. Very well done. It looks like they actually went and looked at real fossils to make this like this, because this is very well done. Very impressed with that. And so, I did mention the stratigraphy over there. It's kind of blurry, but you can see that there are definite layers. That is called stratigraphy, okay? And the study of that, the people that do study those are called stratigraphers. Big stretch there to get to that word, right? So anyways, that's just what's really interesting about this place, is that you go from out here, which I'm assuming is a fairly continuous stretch, over to all of this like magnetic spiky bullshit with this. Look at these enormous creatures. Like, wow. Just wow. What the hell is that? It looks like some kind of reptile with a mammalian body of some sort, with like long legs of the AT-ATs or the AT-ATs from fucking Star Wars. So yeah, there's that. My team is still absolutely kicking the shit out of these kids too, which is awesome, because that means I don't have to play. But okay, so back to the stratigraphy, back to these huge fossils that we have here. It is pretty common that you would see fossils just kind of buried like this, especially in the environment that we're currently in. And what I mean by that is a desert environment, because deserts are perfect places for preservation like this. And I'm not sure that it would be a recrystallization like this in a desert area. Actually, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be. But that's not to say that the fossilization wouldn't happen, because again, a very ideal place for fossils because of the arid conditions, because not many other organisms live in these conditions. So I mean, you know, that's just an ideal recipe for getting preservation of hard parts, which is what you see here in this fossil out here in this. I don't know if that's a fossil or not. It looks like it because it is just a skeleton, but who knows. This for sure definitely is. That definitely is not. That's actually pretty fresh and recent. So I would guess that that just happened to one of these big-ass things. I don't even know what to call them. So we'll call them the Star Wars thingies because, yeah, that's what they resemble the most. But back to the stratigraphy. So over here, this layering is definitely carbonate layering, which indicates to me that there was some kind of marine environment here before a desert, and that's not too far of a stretch, because a lot of times when you go from an ocean environment to a desert environment, it is essentially because that seaway or that ocean or that lagoon or whatever it was dried up. And that could be because we because we grew the polar ice caps, so that means that we got more water into the poles, or that could be such a thing as the water just went away because the planet warmed up significantly, like we're doing now, and just dried. Get Doom Titan, you suck. And I mean, I really don't know. Again, I don't have a geologic history of this area. I don't have any background information. I can't get close enough to these rocks. So I'm really just making these interpretations based on what I see right here, right now. I don't understand what a lot of these other weird features are, because they're not geologically accurate at all. You know, maybe on another planet that could be feasible. Maybe they could be shatter cones from impacts of like these dropships. I didn't think about that. That is a very, very, very likely scenario. Actually, they wouldn't exactly look so jagged like this. But from an impact, maybe such a thing as this rock melted because the impact was so great. I don't know what would have caused that, but they could have been magnetic rocks. There could have been some kind of magnetic field here that would have caused it. This grunt is shooting me, so get out of my face. And then from there, we could have had these, because as far as I can tell, these deposits are completely random around the map. So we'll figure that out. My team just absolutely beat the hell out of this other team. I don't really understand how or why, but that's why. These kids suck. So yeah, so there's a little lesson on stratigraphy on different environments. I tried to give you a rundown of everything I saw on this map. I might do another video here just because there are so many interesting features, because we're in the middle of the desert with fossils that look like they really shouldn't be here. The stratigraphy in the background definitely does not look like it should be here also. I guess it could be a sandstone. That's not very likely, just given given the hard part fossilization of these organisms. My guess is that they had to have come from a carbonate environment of some sort. And the dropship's all the way over there, so I'm not going to get to it. So I'm just going to kill this IMC grunt. And guys, as always, remember to stay rocky and